Hey guys, Ivan here, and today I'm here with Predaplant deck Duels. So just a quick notice, a day before this video was recorded, two major things happened. First, our booster box of Maximum Crisis arrived, and second, I got sick. So we decided that only one of us should open the full booster box because, well, not all of us could meet up, so we decided that only one of us should open the booster box. So yeah, the booster box was really bad, so we didn't get any pretty good cards, so that's a pretty bad thing. And on the day of this recording I'm still quite sick. I'll be home for a few more days, not going to school. So yeah, maybe I'll record some more videos in this period, depending on how I feel. So let's get into the first duel. So the first duel with Predaplant deck was against Elemental Hero deck with mask change. So yeah, probably some fusions. So let's get into this duel. So I was playing first, no, he was playing first. He decided to go with Emergency Call and add another Honest Neos, which later really messed me up. So he set his Strike and Mask Exchange, which was, well, pretty big problem for me later on. So yeah, I summoned my Lone Fire Blossom, and as I said in the deck build, the best thing to do about this card is tribute it and then just summon it over and over for Lone Fire Blossoms, and then summon a card which later can be used quite well. So I decided to go with Orpheus Scorpio. I discarded my Darling Cobra to summon another. Oh wait, no, he striked me. He struck that effect, so I couldn't summon another Darling Cobra and search for a card in my deck. Well, for another Darling Cobra, of course. So I decided to go with Predaplant and hope that I could use Orpheus Scorpio's effect again, but I forgot that it was once per turn. So I just activated my Poly, fused two cards, and got Chimeraflesia. I can't pronounce that for I don't know what. So then naturally I decided to banish his monster, but he used his Mask Change to summon a fusion. He summoned a monster who gains 500 for each card on my field. So he summoned his monster. I decided to attack it thanks to Chimeraflesia's effect. But yeah, those Honest Neos monsters in his hand really messed this up for me. Cleared my field. Well, no, sorry, this time his effect messed up my field, halving both mine and his attack. Sorry, just mine attack, his was still intact. So yeah, this duel, I thought that this duel was pretty much lost for me, but then he couldn't do much except that, well, he couldn't do much because he had only Koga on the field and only Neoses and Poly in his hand. And thanks to Chimeraflesia's effect, I added Fusion Recycling Plant to my hand. So yeah, he decided to attack me for only, well, 5000 damage, or I say only, but yeah, for 5000 damage. And I then played, and this draw was this draw was pretty good, drawing a Gofu, so I could summon him, 2 tokens, with tokens into the first of the dragons, I believe I went. No, I summoned Orpheus Scorpio, discarded Gofu to summon Darling Cobra. Yeah, and with Darling Cobra added the Fusion Substitute to my hand. Then I fused them into a Starring Venom Dragon, stole his attack, and would have run him over if he didn't have Honest Neos in his hand. And at this point I really didn't think that he could do much with just one card in his hand and one card he drew. But then he summoned another monster. He summoned, he summoned Summoner Monk, and I thought, okay, he will kill me with that. Then he decided to go into the Shadow Mist and search for Mask Exchange, summon Dark Law, and kill me with Dark Law. So yeah, against Honest Neos, this deck really lost its share, but this deck really has a great potential and it can win, as you will see in the next duel. Give me a second to load up the next replay. Okay, so here I am with the second duel. I played this game against some Magician deck, as I assumed by seeing this hand. So let's get into the duel. So I believe I went first, summoning Gofu and his 2 tokens, and then summoning Cobra, go into Stardust, and fusion summon First of the Dragons, and ending my turn basically there, since there's not much I could have done else on my first turn. He then tried to trap me into a cycle with what are they called? Swords of Revealing Light, but yeah, I didn't pay much mind to that. I tried to destroy one of his traps, but well, I was aiming for Trap Hole of Spikes, since I knew that he got it with Duality, and I hit Dark Bribe, so yeah, not much from that. Afterwards, I played safe, tried not to attack with monsters I summoned, and not activate anything until Swords of Revealing Light were gone. So I just skipped my next 3 turns, and then he, out of all, from everything else, he summoned his Grand Mole. He put Grand Mole into a 60 card deck. Well, is it 60? Just a second. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's a 60. In his 60 card deck, he put the Grand Mole and he drew it. So yeah, that got me quite displeased. Him sending cards back into my extra deck. So I decided to somehow try to flesh out his Grand Mole, who he later summoned again. So what I did, once Swords of Revealing Light were gone, I summoned Orpheus Scorpio, activated Fusion Recycling Plant, discarded the monster, and went for Darling Cobra to summon to get myself another fusion spell. Then I decided to go with Instant Fusion, just to summon my Thousand Eyes Restrict to take his Perform Foul Saltiger, but then he decided to negate the effect and kill off my monster. So then I went with the fusion, stole that monster's attack, and attacked only with my First of the Dragons, since I knew that he still had his Trap Hole of Spikes. And what happened? I just took the damage back. So yeah, I was quite pissed at this moment, because he once again summoned his Grand Mole. Well, he didn't. Okay, yeah, he went into Lightning, which, well, went quite badly for me later. But then I think, yeah, I topped Max C, which I couldn't do much with. But then I top decked Dark Hole with Fusion Substitute, which helped me quite a bit. But then, since I couldn't do much with just Orpheus Scorpio on the field, I skipped the turn. Well, okay, just a second. I thought I didn't use his effect. Okay, so I used Orpheus Scorpio's effect, got Chlamydonsu, and summoned my Starring Venom. Didn't attack because still that Trap Hole Spikes. But then, out of anything, here comes Grand Mole. No? Okay, doesn't come Grand Mole. Well, then, just a sec, what did he set? Oh, he set a Bottomless. So as soon as I Fusion summoned this turn, he just decided to Bottomless my monster. So I decided to attack with my old monster, dealt some damage, but then once again, okay, no. Okay, yeah, he summoned his Grand Mole, sent my monster back to my hand, and this is the point where I was raging. But yeah, then I got Flash Fusion, which I couldn't do much with. So I just summoned my Orpheus Scorpio, attacked him directly to deal some damage, and then he decided to set his Scapegoat. At this point I really couldn't do anything except attack that monster. So no, I skipped my turn, and then he flipped his monster, and I decided, okay, so he's gonna summon 4 tokens. I discarded my Max C so that I could draw 4 cards. Well, it turns out I could only draw 1 card, so that was a waste of Max C, which I didn't draw anything good with. And then he summoned his Supreme King Servant Clearwing and destroyed my monster and attacked me for game. So yeah, this deck, well, I played it at my locals and I bricked most of the games, but usually when I tested this deck I didn't brick that much. So yeah, well, the deck is still good, well, when you're playing friendly and when you can really draw a good hand. So yeah, let me just hold up the last replay of this video. So this is the last duel I'll be showing in this video, and I assumed that I was playing against some kind of fairy zombie spellcaster deck, since from this first hand I really cannot make anything out, and from the rest of the deck I've seen there is nothing I could see that would point to me that what kind of deck this really was. So I went second. He just set 1 monster and passed to me. So I tried to get some more cards by playing Allure, and I banished my Lunalight Black Sheep because I already had Fusion Substitute and Polymerization in my hand, so I didn't want any more of those. And summoned my Lone Fire and went to the Lone Fire combo, summoning 3 of those, tributing them, and summoning Orpheus Scorpio, discarding my Malefic Cyberend to summon Darling Cobra, using her effect to add to my hand a Fusion Recycling Plant so that I can get my cards back at the end of the turn. Activated first Recycling Plant, activated my Fusion Substitute, got Chimera Rafflesia to the field, decided to attack, and I got a Monarch into my face. And at this point I thought, wait, is this a Monarch spam deck or what? And yeah, still I do not know what I played against. So at this point I returned Orpheus Scorpio back to my hand, tried to do some plays, and at that point he summoned a monster which allowed him to add a flip monster to his hand. And when I saw what he added, I decided to be much more careful. But then he went to attack. He didn't even bother to read Chimera Flesia's effect, so he just took some damage back, and I chained my MST to destroy his set card. Then he just killed off his own Monarch and ended the turn with that. Then I decided to, well, I don't know, I didn't decide to, I brought it back, and why did I not, okay, I really don't know why I didn't banish it. Well, like this I dealt more damage, that's the first thing, but other than that, I don't know why I didn't banish that card. So when he drew a card, he decided to just quit the duel, surrender. So yeah, that was it for this video. Next video might be some kind of discussion or something, since I don't have any decks currently in my possession which could be profiled, except for maybe proxy decks which are not finished yet. So, but I would like to avoid doing any more of those. But yeah, next video I believe will be a discussion, maybe, I don't know, top 5 decks in current meta or something. I really don't follow the meta at the moment, so I don't know if I will do that kind of video or something else. But yeah, I will see until the next week. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe. If you have something to, well, to drop some hate or drop some love, or to give me an advice, or anything you would like to change about this deck or about the concept I do with, well, with all my videos, just leave a comment down there and I will be checking those out. So yeah guys, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.